at the weekend, whilst Las Palmas did the incredible thing of coming back from a 2-goal deficit to go on to win 3-2 at home against Sporting Gijón. This is set to be a very level game, and one that could see either side really pushing higher up the table to try and get in and around the playoff spots. Of course, still quite a few games left to play in this season. It is very early doors, and we will now have a watch as to what the sides managed by MD16 and Pepe Mel can give us tonight on this Wednesday night football of La Liga Smartbank. There we can see the visiting manager, Pepe Mel, on the touchline, ready to go. As both sides are just getting ready to come out of the tunnel. It is, of course, going to be Lugo, the home side, coming out first. This is as well a very long travel for Las Palmas, coming from the Canary Islands all the way to the north of Spain here in Galicia for tonight's match. I mean, midweek fixture as well, of course, both sides having league football to be played at the weekend in what will be match day 17 of La Liga Smartbank, as now the match officials and Las Palmas take to the field. Here we can see the lineup set up by Mr. MD16 for Lugo. It's a 4-3-3 formation with Cantero in goal, Idiome the captain starting at right back, Ruiz at left back, Jallo and Venancio at centre halves, with Juanpe, El Hacen and Hugo Rama playing in the midfield three, Gerard and Herrera in support of Barreiro. That is the lineup for the home side, as the match official there for tonight's game will be Mr. González Esteban. And just in case VAR is called upon throughout the 90 minutes, Mr. Vicandi Garrido will be called upon in the VAR room, as both managers there greet each other before kick-off for this game tonight here at the Ancho Carro. This is the lineup set up by Pepe Mel, a 4-4-2 formation. Alex starts in goal once again for Las Palmas. Lemos, Suarez, Curbelo and Jonathan make up the back four. Kirian, Mesa, Fabio and Loidice the midfield four, with Espiau and Robert leading the line, the two men up front for the side from the Canary Islands. Again, a very big night for Alex Dominguez, the young goalkeeper, starting once again tonight for Las Palmas. Made his debut at the weekend in their victory over Sporting Gijón. And Pepe Mel, in fact, after the match, mentioning that there will be a lot more game time for his goalkeeper, and already warned that he was going to be starting this evening. And starting this evening, here's the youngster Alex Dominguez, the young 22-year-old keeper. There we have him, put in an impressive performance at the weekend on match day 15 in La Liga Smartbank. Tonight we'll be looking to put in a similar, or in fact better performance. Cantero is going to be between the sticks for Lugo, the home side, as we are inches away, minutes away in fact, from kickoff coming. It is going to be Las Palmas in their away blue and yellow, getting us underway in this game. Lugo in their home red and white. Mr. González Esteban just waiting for, as mentioned, his final indications for us to get this game underway. Still 1 minute to 9:30 local time here in Galicia for this matchup. And now the game is underway, as Las Palmas will be attacking from left to right on your screens for this first 45 minutes. And Lugo from right to left, and very early on, not even 20 seconds into the game, Las Palmas have already got their first corner of the matchup. It is going to be Lemos, the captain, playing at right back to play the ball in. It's not a bad ball as well. Drops to the edge of the penalty area. The goal is gaping, but the shot is over the bar there from Fabio. The midfielder unable to keep that effort down. And you could just see his eyes lit up there as the ball was about to drop to him. But unfortunately for him, put it into the stands over the goal of Cantero. It will be a goal kick for the home side. Again, Lugo coming into this game in 12th position on 21 points. And Las Palmas in 14th on 20. 2 positions and 1 point separating these two sides. So we will see who can get the advantage over the others. The ball is played in behind here for Las Palmas. A good run. Espiau wanted to go for the left-footed shot. In the end was blocked well, but does win the second corner of the game for his side. Just over 90 seconds into the matchup. A bright start this from the side from the Canary Islands. It is in fact played short as the ball comes in, and Cantero was unsure whether to get a hand to that, as were the rest of the Lugo players. In the end it went out just behind the back post, but a very lucky call there that Michael didn't get a touch on that at the back post, as there we can see Pepe Mel, one of the most well-known managers in Spanish football. Most famous really for his time as Real Betis manager. In fact, was there for 2 stints in the club in La Liga Santander. Former Real Madrid youth player is Pepe Mel as well. Once a striker in his playing days. Tonight, Edu Espiau alongside Robert González playing the double striking partnership role for Las Palmas. As the set piece will be played now for Lugo. He's played forward, flicked on the edge of the penalty area. I believe that was even a back heel attempt there, the pass forward. Not the best effort there from the home side. It will be the first goal kick of the evening for Alex Dominguez. The young goalkeeper is in fact, amazingly for the side in yellow, he is the 5th goalkeeper during Pepe Mel's tenure at Las Palmas. Really hasn't managed to nail down a regular #1 goalkeeper since joining the club back in 2019. Of course, now close to 2021. Already now in December, as the ball was played there for Barreiro. Ended up clattering with the defender. It will still be possession for the visiting side. It's another good ball there. The pass just not strong enough there from Robert González. Still, of course it is early doors in this game, but they do still need to start feeling a bit more comfortable in this matchup. Here's Robert. Attempts to play it in between the lines and ends up being picked up by Lemos, the right back, pushing really high up the pitch, as El Hacen there could not bring that one down. Possession will remain with the visitors here, 5 minutes on the clock. Good ball in behind there for Espiau. Cut out by Gerard. Carries on going as well. Very impressively here, the winger. Down to the byline, puts in the ball. El Hacen with the header. Nowhere near going on target. Barreiro was expecting to possibly get a foot to that on the edge of the penalty area, but it was the midfielder El Khathen who attempted to go for goal, but was a very far way out to possibly get anywhere near the back of the net. But again, a very good run there, managing to get around Alex Suarez. Wasn't a bad ball in either. Does result though in yet another goal kick for Alex Dominguez. Long pass attempt once again here. Cut out by Lemos, he's having none of it. Conceding possession there. After that slight push on El Khathen. It is going to be Rama to take this one. In it comes to the back post. Dealt with well by the defense so far for Las Palmas. And the dribble there from Espiau, helping out defensively, trying to make his own way out of a difficult situation there down by the corner flag. Ends up conceding the throw-in. You can see the Lugo manager, Mr. Mehdi Nafti. Long throw-in now. Headed away well by Alex Suarez. Lo dice. Ball wide. Once again, ball finds its way all the way back to Loyalith. It's a good ball, a good diagonal pass here. Now in behind. Couldn't pick out a striker's run. And it will be Lugo to get the possession back. That is a foul from Jonathan. A clumsy one at that as well on Herrera. Possession now kept round the back for Lugo. The hosts here, a side that it is fair to say they really do prefer playing at home here at the Ancho Carro than playing on the road. Definitely a stronger side on home turf, as 4 out of their 6 victories so far this season have all come here at the Ancho Carro. The other 2, of course, on the road, but that's 4 wins in 7 games here so far this season. 7 goals scored and 4 conceded. Las Palmas, meanwhile, it is quite a similar situation here for the travelling side, but it's a bit more dramatic for them. They've played 7 games so far away from the Canary Islands and have scored 5, but have conceded 11 and are yet to win on the road. Can they pick up their first victory tonight here in Galicia? Lugo, of course, will be looking to extend their winning streak here at home in the north of Spain. As now Gerard gets into the penalty area, goes to ground, and the penalty is given. Gerard, who makes another good run down that right-hand side. It's not the first one of the evening. Pepe Mel not happy with the decision, but I think even he concedes there. You could see with that reaction that he's been given too much space down that side by Jonathan. Gets into the penalty area, and the left-back very clumsily takes down the winger. And the referee, Mr. González Esteban, did not take a lot of time there to directly point to the penalty spot. And 11 minutes on the clock. The hosts will have a penalty. And up will step Barreiro. Lugo's number 9 to take it. He's on 1 goal so far this season. Can he make it 2 here from the spot and give his side the lead here this evening at the Ancho Carro? Up steps Barreiro and calmly puts it away. Gave Alex Dominguez the dummy. The young goalkeeper rooted to his line. And Barreiro, with what's fair to say is the modern trend in penalty taking, the jump and a skip, and just passing it into the back of the net, as now Manu Barreiro gets another one this season. In fact, as well, beg pardon, that is his 3rd goal of the campaign. It's still a very good penalty and well taken there by Barreiro. As here we can see it again. Inching that in to the bottom corner. And Dominguez really no reaction to that one. And Lugo take the lead 12 minutes in after a very clumsy penalty conceded by Jonathan. And Las Palmas, who had started, in fairness, the brighter side, shall we say, find themselves 1-0 down. And that has really been the story of the season for Las Palmas so far. They have scored 19 goals, but have conceded 22, making them one of the top goal-scoring sides in the division. But are, and the numbers speak for themselves, they are the side with most goals conceded so far this campaign. And tonight they have conceded their 23rd of the campaign, with Barreiro dispatching a penalty for Lugo to get his 3rd goal this season. And this is already for Lugo an improvement on their last home game, as that was a 0-0 draw against Real Oviedo here at the Ancho Carro. Whilst for Las Palmas, their last away game, beg pardon, was a 2-0 defeat. In fact, their 2-0 defeat, that was at home to Mirandés, a 3-1 defeat to Sabadell. Beg pardon, was their last game on the road, falling 3-1 in Catalonia. Tonight, so far, 1-0 down in Galicia to Lugo. Just under 15 minutes on the clock. Played back there by Lemos, all the way to the defense. Lugo doing really well with their press, at least. Ball here. Mayotte loses out, and Lugo with a chance of a possible counter-attack here, as it's played forward once again. Good ball in between the lines, picks out Barreiro, goes for goal, and a very good effort, kept out by the keeper. Picked up, though, still in the penalty area. Hugo Rama. Another good run now, Herrera. Keeps it in play, under pressure there. In the end, can't do much with that ball. It's a very good passing behind. And Barreiro, on his weaker left foot, aiming for that bottom corner. Gets a very good hand to it there, the goalkeeper, the young Dominguez. Luckily for him as well, Rama wasn't able to finish off the rebound, as that's already the second shot on target for the striker of Lugo. Now it will be a throw-in for the visiting side. Very active manager there, Mehdi Nafti on the touchline. As another foul is conceded here, this time on Michael. Marcelo conceding it. Clumsy decision there from the centre half, and in fact still a possible serious injury here. Pepe Mel having a conversation on the touchline there with Kylian. In fact, Las Palmas already sending players out to warm up as Michael is down, claiming that he was clipped there on the leg. Quite a few players warming up, the visitors here, as we can have another look at the penalty. A good effort from the home team striker. As the set piece is quite a far way out, but Michael does look like he will be able to continue in this game. Getting a few more instructions there from his manager. Set piece here. From distance, the effort. And in fact, it's gone all its way in. A very, very good effort there from Lyberia. And that is, it's fair to say, quite a howler there from the goalkeeper. Cantero hits it right down the middle, the Las Palmas midfielder. And really catching out everyone by surprise, I must say, myself included. Just under 20 minutes on the clock. It's 1-1 here at the Ancho Carro. The free kick, catching out the deflection there, not getting a touch on Barreiro. And Cantero, who was trying to go down to his bottom left-hand corner, was beaten down the middle, in fact. Almost as if it was quite a long-range distant penalty, but the Lugo goalkeeper Cantero will feel like he should have done better with that one. But not much for Lyberia to complain about. A fine effort. Still had to strike it down the middle. Barreiro did not get his head to the ball to try and clear it away. And just like that, with their first shot on target, Las Palmas are back in this game. As the foul is now conceded there by Curbelo. Tough challenge there, down by the byline. As now, ball will be played in. As Rama is going to be in charge of playing this ball. And it comes to a heavy effort. The header just over the bar. The Lugo players demanding for a corner that won't come. It is going to be a goal kick for Alex Dominguez. That is a fine cross from Muharama. Venancio trying to get a touch on it there. And it is just over the bar. Gideon there, you can see in shot. Referee Mr. González Esteban is happy to let play continue with that throw in there. It is to be taken by Idiome, the captain. Tries to pick out his striker, who came deep to receive the ball. Gonna get another crack at it there from the throw-in. There's another throw in there from Idiome, playing forward. Headed away by Jonathan, the man who conceded the penalty earlier on in the half. 2 goals from set pieces so far, as we are now midway through the first half. 1 goal apiece. Alex Suarez. Not the best pass there from Lemos. And another foul given there by the official. This time it's on Robert. Clumsy challenge there on Barreiro. And this is much further away than the last chance. But of course the cameras catching an eye there on Cantero. Loyolice is once again on set-piece duty. This time does once again try to go for goal. Or possibly one of his teammates getting a touch on the end of it. Ends up going straight out of play. Will be a goal kick for Cantero. As the long ball there, brought down by the home side. Asking for a handball there, Herrera. Play does continue now as Lugo do manage to win the ball back. Guarama loses out there to Espiau. Not the best of first touches there from Fabio. Back well here. Luis Ruiz lays it off. Guarama once again. Ball played forward now for Juanpe. And the throw-in will go, though, for the visiting side. header is an awkward one played back. Marcelo has to lay it off for his keeper. Did well with that pass, of course, as Robert was trying to chase it down. Robert for Las Palmas this season. So far on 4 goals for the side from the Canary Islands. Once again, Las Palmas coming into this one after a 3-2 home win against Sporting Gijón. Las Palmas were 2-0 down at half-time after Djurdjevic scored a brace in the first half. Pepe Mel's team looked completely different in the second 45 and responded almost instantly, with Robert González scoring twice in the first 10 minutes of the second half. Espiau would get the winner with 5 minutes to go in that one to complete the perfect turnaround and the perfect comeback. And all 3 points would stay with the Islanders. Another attempt of a run there from Gerard. It's cut out, but does win his side another corner. All to be played in. Yeah, by Herrera. Quite a few people covering the front post as the ball comes in. But in the end, though, doesn't pay off for the home side as Luis Ruiz is forced to play it back to Cantero's keeper. The header onwards from El Hacen. Not the best effort to try and find Hugo Rama. Las Palmas will build on this now with possession. Curbelo now attempts to lay it off wide. And neither Lemos nor Gideon were able to get anywhere near that. So far, you'd have to say, very level game here at the Ancho Carro. Lugo have had the better of the chances here, mainly coming as well created through that man. Gerard, another good run into the penalty area and just goes to ground in the final moment there. A great run forward here. Once again, 3 players completely missed the run. In the end, Fabio getting there, but Gerard just slipping at the inopportune moment. And will be out for a goal kick. Long ball forward, trying to pick out Espiau. It's cut out there by the defense. Brought down well by Hugo Rama. Lovely run there, trying to get in behind. Does manage to lay it off though for Barreiro, who goes for goal, and his effort is just wide of the target. That was a fabulous dribble attempt from Hugo Rama though, Lugo's number 10. As we see here, Idiome once again playing that long pass. Attempt to play it round the centre half, and in the end does well though to lay it off. Barreiro, the only option he had left really, which was to go for goal. The first time of asking did so, but just couldn't hit the target there. Lugo's goal scorer so far this evening as we enter now the final 15 minutes of the first half. 1-1 at the Ancho Carro. Lugo taking the lead on 12 minutes or so through Barreiro. And Las Palmas equalising on the 20-minute mark after a solid free kick from Loyodice, catching out Cantero. All played forward now once again. No offside flag. Espiau on the edge of the penalty area, attempted to lay it off back into the middle for Robert. Cut out there as El Hacen picks it up. It is fouled there by Michael, and his side get the decision their way. Pepe Mel, a very demanding manager, will probably be wanting a little bit more from his side. Mehdi Nafti can be pleased with his team's performance, but again, they did concede the equaliser. Definitely not the way they wanted. As the long ball here goes forward, brought down again by Lugo. A good one too. Herrera trying to lay it off for the left back, Luis Riz. His clearance is a long one once again. All won back well though by Idiome. His ball forward results in a foul on Barreiro, and in fact a yellow card. And there's a clumsy decision there by Eric Curbelo, who with that yellow card will be missing Las Palmas' next game. Getting himself in the book for the first time this evening, the first player to do so in this matchup. Again, a very heavy challenge. Ball going to be played in once again. Herrera. It's not a bad set piece, but the goalkeeper is the one who comes out to claim it. Jonathan to take the throw in. Is it off for Curbelo? Lemos asking for it down here on this near side. In the end though, decides to go left. Jonathan with a good run here, the left back. Onto the edge of the penalty area, but cut out decisively there by Juanpe. Barreiro coming deep here. Under pressure from Lemos, who does concede the foul. Quite a few fouls so far in this half, 13 in fact in the opening 35 minutes. Long ball once again. Gideon. There is a foul there once again. This time it's committed by Idiome. You see here, it was a good run from Gideon. Good layoff there with the header from Espiau. Lemos, the captain, with a low cross. Michael with a good chip in behind for Kylian in the penalty area. Back to Loyodice. Can't pick out Jonathan as he just slips in the wrong moment. Pepemel, in fact, kicking that ball into the publicity boards there. Not happy with that decision, with how that pass came off. That is a heavy foul there, as they're a bit of afters off the ball. The foul is given, though, for the home side after that challenge there on Gerard. Both players really trying to go for the other. But the foul is from Jonathan, the Las Palmas left back. And yet another dangerous set-piece play to be played here into the danger area for Lugo. Rama now on the right foot with this one. And it comes, just missing the header there, Idiome. Instantly cleared away by Las Palmas. There is a foul now on Jonathan. This one from the captain, Idiome, who had made the run forward. That's a good chance for Lugo, who, as mentioned, they do come into this game having drawn in the end 2-2 away against Malaga in Andalusia. Lugo took a 2-goal lead in the first half after two well-taken goals, one from Hugo Rama and the other one from Venancio. In the second half, however, Malaga managed to equalize after a brace from Juande, despite having Quintana, their striker, sent off 10 minutes into the second half. Lugo were unable to hold on against a 10-man Malaga side, and in the end ended up having to satisfy with just 1 point instead of all three. Lugo, a side that last season finished 16th, just 1 point away from relegation. They managed to save themselves really with the final few games. In fact, a touching moment for Lugo was going into their final game of the season against Mirandés, a game that they needed to get something out of to confirm their salvation in the division. They got a motivational video from none other than the sadly departed last week, Diego Armando Maradona, who, through various contacts of the manager at the time, Mr. Juanfran Garcia, Maradona sending the squad a motivational video going into that game. And it's fair to say, of course, the message worked, as we are currently watching Lugo in La Liga Smartbank. But again, it was a very close shave for the Galician side. Only 1 point is what kept them in the division. But still, only fitting to bring up that fact after, of course, the sad passing last week at the age of 60 years old of Diego Armando Maradona, a player who was mostly known for his football in Argentina, but we did, of course, get to enjoy him for 3 seasons in Spanish football, 2 for FC Barcelona and 1 for Sevilla. Left a lasting impression, of course, on the entire world of football, especially after that World Cup performance with Argentina in the 1986 World Cup in Mexico. Five minutes to the end of the first half here at the Ancho Carro. Lugo and Las Palmas currently level 1-1 here, as the game has slightly slowed down, it's fair to say, compared to the opening 20, where we saw the goals from either side being scored. Lugo definitely growing as the first half has progressed. Quite a few chances already dropped for Barreiro, their striker. As now the foul is committed by Gerard, one of the real threats going forward, down on that far right-hand side for the home team. Now conceding the foul there on Jonathan, the Las Palmas left-back. As the ball is now going to be whipped in by Lemos, the captain of Las Palmas. As the ball is played in, it's a short one in the end, and a low effort, but kept out well by Cantero. Wasn't a bad effort, though, trying to catch out the Las Palmas defense with a low effort. Right now, taken well there. Brought down by Luis Ruiz. And Alex Dominguez trying to go for the ball. Bit of a lack of communication there with his defenders, but in the end, his side are in possession. As the foul now is conceded there. Gerard really cannot believe that, in fact, the foul has been given against him, not in his favor. That was the final decision there from the linesman, as it was Espial, the striker, trying to go to get the ball with Gerard. Both players going to ground, and in the end, the foul does go in favor of the visiting side. Herrera picks out El Hacen. It's a good pass out wide here. The left back Luis Ruiz attempting the cross, blocked well by the defense. But there was just an offside call. As we enter now the final 60 seconds of regular time in this first half. Luis Ruiz was just offside there with that pass from El Hacen. Blocked well, though, by Lemos. Alex Dominguez is going to take this one. Goes long once again. Diagonal ball forward. Trying to pick out the pass there for a blue shirt. Cut out well. Still possession, though, for Las Palmas, who have had the larger chunk of the ball in this first half, but Lugo have had the chances. Jonathan again trying to play in the cross. Blocked well by Barreiro, who has really made a big shift up and down the pitch to help out his team defensively. There will be no stoppage time in this first 45 as the referee, Mr. González Esteban, blows his whistle for the conclusion of the first 45 minutes. It is currently 1-1 at the Ancho Carro Stadium. Lugo taking the lead on 12 minutes through Mano Barreiro from a penalty. After a good run from Gerard, who was brought down by Jonathan in the penalty area. And then on 20 minutes, the equaliser from Las Palmas coming from Loyo Dice. A very nicely taken free kick, catching out Cantero and into the back of the net. It is 1-1 at the Ancho Carro Stadium. We'll be back shortly with the second 45 here between Lugo and Las Palmas. Welcome back to the Ancho Carro Stadium here for this second half of matchday 16 football in La Liga Smartbank as Lugo are playing host to Las Palmas this evening. It is 1-1 going into this second half. Barreiro there, the goal scorer for Lugo, scoring from the penalty spot after Jonathan brought down Gerard in the penalty area. Only for 10 minutes later or so, Loidice to find the equaliser from a free kick, beating Cantero. Las Palmas still looking for their first win on the road this season. Lugo looking for what would be their 5th victory in 8 home games this season. Very level game, has to be said. Las Palmas carrying most of the possession, but it has been Lugo with the slightly better chances when it comes to goal-scoring opportunities. Referee there, Mr. González Esteban, is getting ready to get this game back underway. As I believe there are no half-time changes from either manager, Mehdi Nafti or Pepe Mel. And the second 45 now is officially underway. Lugo get the ball rolling again. They in their red and white, attacking from left to right of your screens for this second half. Las Palmas in their blue and yellow, attacking from right to left. Already one back well there, down by the corner. Barreiro. He put in a real shift defensively in that first half. Lugo's main man up front there, number 9. And now Luis Ruiz, the left back, will take the throw in. Got a bit more height instead of length with that throw in. Gerard does pick it up though on the opposite side of the penalty area, blocked out by Jonathan. That is a poor back pass out there from Curbelo. Idiome attempting to play the 1-2 for the cross. In the end, Las Palmas win the ball back here. A possible counter-attack is on. It's a good run from Kirian. Still Kirian gets around El Hafen. Now the ball is laid off for Loidice. And out wide, the cross from Lemos. The ball is in and punched away by Cantero. That was a very close call there. Jonathan laying it off here in the middle of the park. First touch there from Curbelo, but his side will keep possession of the ball. Lugo not pressing early on as high up the pitch as they did in the first half. Doing well to just keep hold of their strengths. Of course, still the entire second 45 to go here. As well, possible tired legs, as now the fixtures are coming quick and fast as well. Game every 3 days here. Almost week in, week out for sides in La Liga Smartbank. Quite a few players warming up for either side, of course, since they returned from lockdown due to COVID-19. Every side in Spanish football does, of course, have 5 substitutions instead of 3. Does give the managers a much better opportunity to use a wider range of players from their squad. Pepe Mel, his side managing to come back from a 2-0 deficit at the weekend to win the game 3-2 against Sporting Gijón. Collision there between Espiau and Idiome. There we can see Mehdi Nafti, the man in charge of Lugo, who joined the club back in October. As we see the crossing cleared away there. Was brought in to replace Mr. Juanfran Garcia. Most of Mehdi's career has been in the lower leagues of Spanish football, a fairly short career so far. This is his first job in La Liga Smartbank, here in charge of Lugo. As a player, he did play quite a lot of football though in Spain. Played for the likes of Racing Santander, Valladolid, Murcia and Cádiz, where he retired. The main important landmark in his career came in 2004 when he won the African Cup of Nations with Tunisia. Very important feat in his career on a personal level, and now arguably with his biggest task as manager, now in charge of Lugo. His job is vital really to keep Lugo in the second tier of Spanish football. Lugo are a side that have never played in the top flight before. They've mainly, in fact, been a team that spent most of their history in Segunda B, the third tier of Spanish football here in Spain, but have been in La Liga Smartbank since they were promoted back in the 2011-2012 season, where they got promotion after winning in the playoffs after a 3-2 win on aggregate against Cádiz. Cádiz, the side that finished second last season in La Liga Smartbank and are now playing their football in the top flight and playing very well, it has to be said. The side managed by Álvaro Cervera in the European places this early on in the season. The other two promoted sides, Elche, in a very similar mid-table position, a very good start for Jorge Almirón in the top flight. Sadly though for Michel's Huesca, the Liga Smartbank champions of last season, currently sitting bottom in the table in the top flight, yet to pick up their first win in La Liga Santander. Of course, that is at least a position that both of these clubs would like to achieve in the near future, playing in the top flight. Las Palmas can say they have done that. They were unfortunately relegated in the 17-18 season from the top flight. They spent 3 seasons in La Liga Santander before that relegation. In fact, their best ever finish was runners-up in the top flight. That was back in the 68-69 season. Quite a long time ago, but still it is only recently when the club have struggled to maintain their position in the top flight. Here in Segunda, however, they have won the league title on 4 occasions, most recently in the 1990-1991 season. Over 30 years ago now. For Lugo, it's been quite a different story as well in the second tier of Spanish football. Their best finish in La Liga Smartbank came in the 16-17 campaign, where they managed to finish 9th under the management of Luis San Pedro. Again, not a bad start so far this season, currently 12th, 1 point ahead of Las Palmas, who are in 14th place. As Mehdi Nafti is preparing some changes now for Lugo. Las Palmas in possession. Jonathan with the cross from the left-hand side. The attempt at a clearance from El Hacen. But in fact, there was a foul on Jonathan just before he could put in that cross. In fact, I believe it was handball there from Gerard. As El Hacen's clearance wasn't the best there. We can have another look at the cross. Gerard did have a hand out there in an irregular position, and it will be a set-piece play for the side from the Canary Islands to take. Ball to be whipped in here by Lemos, the captain, who there were fears of a possible injury a few minutes ago, is able to play on and will now take this set piece. The right back goes for goal and finds the side netting, though. Not a bad effort there against Cantero, trying to catch out everyone with the low free kick effort. As it is kept out, denied there by the side netting, as the changes now will be made 10 minutes into this second half, as Herrera comes off, replaced by José Luis Rodríguez. The one and only change at this stoppage. But in fact, it is a pretty big one, you'd say, as for Las Palmas, Rodríguez has come on, their top goal scorer so far this campaign, now level on 3 goals with Barreiro. As the ball clearly did cross the line there. Throw-in to be taken now for Jonathan. Las Palmas still in possession, not the best of passes. Gerard trying to win it back. In the end, Las Palmas can breathe a sigh of relief. They do still keep possession. Long ball here, Michael trying to bring it down. And there is an offside decision. You can see the run there from Michael. He's just peeling off the back there of Idiome, the Lugo captain, and it is the correct decision. It is offside. As the play will now resume. Long ball. Cleared away there. Luis Ruiz. As well to lay it off for Rodríguez. The left winger just running out of room there. Eventually concede the throw-in to the opposition. Las Palmas, a side who this summer really have had to deal with some big departures compared to the squad that they had last season. The likes of Rubén Castro, Jonathan Vieira, and the young Pedri as well departing the club. Rubén Castro leaving on a free, currently playing for Cartagena, and is in fact the top goal scorer in the division on 8 goals so far this campaign. Jonathan Vieira, a player who has played a lot of his career football for Las Palmas, returned on loan last season from his parent club in China. Scored quite a few goals in his few games here for Las Palmas. And Pedri, of course, the famous youngster who has joined FC Barcelona for a fee in and around 8 million euros. Very big move, has played quite a lot of football so far this season under Ronald Koeman, but it's a very big miss for Pepe Mel's Las Palmas side. Some good play though from his side here. Kylian goes for goal, and his shot is over the bar. As we're about to enter the final half an hour in this game. Michael goes to ground there under the pressure of Juanpe. Barreiro with the cross, has to be cleared away. And so far, either side really looking for their first shot on target of the second half. Still half an hour to go for either side to break the deadlock here. 1-1. Both goals coming in the opening 20 minutes of this matchup. The effort is a poor one there from the Lugo captain Idiome. It will be a goal kick. Alex Dominguez looking to go long here, making only his second start in La Liga Smartbank for Las Palmas. Made his debut in the weekend fixture at home to Sporting Gijón. A position really that Pepe Mel has failed to nail down at number one during his tenure at the club. Joined in 2019. And the young goalkeeper Alex Dominguez, former Espanyol youth player as well, originally from Valencia. As we can see the foul there on Rodriguez. Cross comes in. And the effort there, Idiome could not get a shot away. Brought down by Juanpe. Ball in the end finding its way to the Las Palmas manager Pepe Mel. It is a throw for his side. Gideon. Not his best pass there. Cut out. Gerard once again managing to get round two players. The third attempt. There is a handball. Possession still here for Lugo. Marcelo laying it off there. Ball in behind for Rodriguez. Plays the cross in. It's not a bad effort. No one could get a touch in the 6-yard box. Only Barreiro, in fact, made the run. No one else going in for it at the back post. And already Rodriguez coming on not more than 10 minutes ago in this second half, adding a bit more pace down that left wing. Forcefully cleared away there by Jonathan. Ball comes in. Now the header is met, just not strong enough on goal. Blocked out well, though, by Alex Dominguez, but that will be a shot on target. And Lugo, once again, proving that they are the ones creating the chances. But Las Palmas are the ones carrying the ball. But again, the side from the Canary Islands have struggled, really, to try and find their two strikers, Robert Gonzalez and Edu Espiau, the two goal scorers at the weekend for the visiting side here. And that is a crunching tackle there, which is going to see a booking. Challenge there from Idiome. And the captain sees himself booked. Very heavy challenge there on Edu Espiau. It is going to be Lemos once again with this set piece. Quite a few men forward here for Las Palmas. Everyone back for Lugo as well to try and keep it out. The cross is a good one. The header is just wide. And Las Palmas are going to get a corner. Dangerous opportunity here as we enter the final 25 minutes here at the Ancho Carro. Corner for Las Palmas. As the ball comes in now, once again it's Lemos. Flicked on at the front post to be cleared away. But it is going to be another corner now on the opposite side for Las Palmas. Lemos again on set-piece duty. The edge of the penalty area. And Kylian, in fact, gets another corner. Lugo really struggling here to clear away this danger, as over the last 3 or 4 minutes, this is the third corner they've conceded, as well as a set-piece play. Another ball in now from Lemos. At the back post, no contact. As the header attempt there from Robert, not really good enough, covered well by the defender. Really has hardly shown even a glimpse of a smile throughout the 68 minutes we've seen so far in this game. His side have improved quite a lot in this second half compared to the first. But they have really struggled to fully take advantage of their chances. It's now Barreiro. Wins the ball back there. Trying to lay it off for Gerard. One back by Jonathan. And does get the throw in for Las Palmas. Pemel really is a manager that Las Palmas have done really hard to keep a hold of. As mentioned, a very experienced manager in Spanish football. Already did very well to lead Las Palmas to a 9th place finish last season, ending the campaign on 57 points. Not that far away from the playoff spots, but that final position was taken by Elche. They would go on to beat Real Zaragoza in the semi-finals and Girona in the final to get promoted to the top flight, as the ball is played in behind there. Cut out by Idiome. And he had to get there to cut that one out, because the run was quite a good one there from Espiau. Kirian with the effort. Cantero able to sweep up any possible danger, as we have 20 minutes to go here at the Ancho Carro. One back well, though. Juanpe now lays it off for El Hacen. As Rodriguez whips in another cross now. Can't pick out Barreiro. Gerard attempting to play it back in, first time of asking, completely missing the ball. Kirian laying it up now for Las Palmas. Fabio. Kirian once again goes long this time. The run from Espiau not fully dealt with there by Venancio. Does win yet another corner for his side, Espiau. Idiome having to cover quite a few miles at right back this evening, as now Lugo are preparing their second change of the evening, as Chris Ramos is prepared to come on. Pepe Mel yet to make a single change so far for Las Palmas. This would be the second now for Mehdi Nafti, as Lemos will take yet another corner in this second half. It's a very high one, in fact, all the way to the back post. And in the end, similar conclusion to the last corner we saw. It is going to be another effort, but this time from the opposite side. Lemos makes the run yet again. And the effort is over the bar from Curbelo. Will be a goal kick now for Cantero, as the change will be made now. It is Gerard coming off. Had a very good game this evening. Won the penalty for his side, which led to the one and only goal scored by his side. As Ramos now is the man who replaces him. Ramos has scored 2 goals so far this campaign. As now, in fact, Pepe Mel is preparing a substitution of his own, as Mendes is stripped and ready to come on. Barreiro down here now for Lugo, who will be the first substitution now for the visiting side. Pepe Mel ready to go, as in fact might have decided against the change, or no, there we could see in the back of the shot, Mendes just getting some final instructions there. Pepe Mel waiting a few minutes to make that change, as we're about to enter the final 15 in this matchup of match day 16 in La Liga Smartbank. Lugo playing host to Las Palmas. 1-1. Barreiro scoring for the hosts. Loidice equalizing for Las Palmas. The ball just rolling out of play there on that far side. Not much Lemos, the captain, could do to keep it in play, as now the change is going to be made. It is going to be Robert coming off, who has had a fairly quiet evening, fair to say, as Mendes comes on in his place. Again, Robert scoring twice at the weekend. Couldn't register a single shot on target this evening. On in his place is Mendes, who has found the back of the net so far once this season for this side from the Canary Islands. Now has 15 minutes to try and help his side get a possible winner here. Of course, a point for either side here would leave them in a very similar position to where they are now. Both these sides have been for quite some time now in and around the middle of the table this season. Ramos doing well to beat Jonathan to the ball in the penalty area. Ramos is the player to get the last touch of the ball. And it will be a goal kick for Alex Dominguez. Alex Dominguez, who once again is only making his second start for Las Palmas, hasn't really had much to keep out, but he has made two very important saves to deny Lugo a couple of goals. Couldn't really do much about the penalty. Very well taken by Barreiro. But he hasn't had his goal peppered with shots, as now Michael goes for the effort for Las Palmas, and the shot is wide of the target. Dominguez was quite a lot busier at the weekend, but kept out a really good left-footed strike from Barreiro in the first half. Now Michael trying to put his side ahead, but the midfielder putting that effort wide. Brought down by Uwarama, who loses out now. Kidian goes to ground under the challenge from Barreiro. In fact, it might have been a foul on Barreiro. Decision there. And in fact, it isn't. And it's not going to be a yellow card. It's actually going to be red for that challenge. And Barreiro not even making much of an argument for himself. Barreiro admitting that it was a foul after that challenge. And the match official at one point seemed like it wasn't going to even be a yellow card, and pulls out a red on Manuel Barreiro. The challenge on Kidian, a very bad one. Kidian, you could just hear, unfortunately, still the screams of pain, as we can see there. Studs there on the ankle, a very bad challenge from Barreiro, looking back at it there. And the man who found the back of the net for Lugo is sent off with 10 minutes to go. Luckily, though, Kylian is back to his feet, but still feeling the effects of that tackle. Manu Barreiro, who really has led the line very well for his side this evening, scoring his 3rd goal of the campaign, and is now going to take an early shower here with 10 minutes to go in this matchup for this fairly cynical challenge. Barreiro admitting it was a foul, expecting the card to be yellow, looked up and found that it was actually red. Does look like Kylian is able to continue, which is a positive, as a substitution is being prepared now by Lugo, their 3rd of the evening. It is going to be Hugo Rama, the man replaced. Had quite a good performance, the midfielder, tonight, as Carrillo comes on in his place to lead the line for the final minutes of the game. Carrillo, a out-and-out striker. They do need someone to lead the line down the middle. And now, Mehdi Nafti, having made 3 changes in 3 separate intervals at the moment. Rodriguez unhappy that the throw-in wasn't given to him. Now Las Palmas have a numerical advantage for the final 10 minutes plus stoppage time. Can they take advantage of that? As the ball is actually forced to be played out. The effort there by Fabio. As it does look like there is going to be a possible substitution, if not an injury, and it is Kylian, who was just tackled earlier on, who admits now that he cannot continue. It was already a very hard challenge and seemed quite unlikely that he was going to continue. Played on for not more than a couple of minutes, and now admits that he cannot play on. Is able to walk off, but it was a very, very heavy challenge from Manu Barreiro. As Pepe Mel is now going to make his 2nd change of the evening. It is going to be Kylian who comes off. And the change being prepared. Las Palmas now currently also down to 10 men before Kylian's replacement can enter the field. Fabio lays it off wide here for Jonathan. Back to the midfielder. As now as well, unfortunately for Lugo, Rodriguez has gone down as well. The player who came on as a substitute in this 2nd half goes down. And it doesn't look good here, as Lugo have already made 3 changes. You can see there Luis Ruiz going to ground under that challenge from Mendes. As the change is now made for Las Palmas, as Kylian has come off. In his place is going to be Ramirez. Rodriguez is back on his feet. He's feeling at the back of his leg as the cross now dealt with well by Cantero. Now you can see José Luis Rodríguez on 3 goals this season, feeling the back of his leg, and that is of course because the manager, Mr. Mehdi Nafti, cannot bring on a replacement. The rule with the 5 substitutions is that they can be made in 3 separate intervals. And the manager of Lugo has made 3 individual changes in 3 of those separate intervals. Therefore, he cannot bring on a 4th substitute. Of course, that rule was put in place for not an excess of time wasting, with 10 substitutions, beg pardon, now available overall instead of 6. Therefore, Rodríguez is going to have to either play on for the final 5 minutes of stoppage time or go off and leave his side down to 9 men. Still feeling the back of his leg there, clearly in some pain. Knows that he has to either play on or go off after the sending off of Barreiro. Jonathan brings it down well with a good first touch. Ramirez now plays it off of Fabio. All in behind. Now Lugo really having to put in a big shift now, down to 10 men. Still level in this game, looking to hold on to their point. As Rodríguez brings it down and is caught there. Was already struggling to run away in possession. Loyo dice, the goal scorer for Las Palmas, the man culprit there of giving away the foul. In fact, beg pardon, it was El Hacen, the midfielder, who was the man fouled. Rodríguez is down there, down by the touchline there. And that is the slight risk with making the substitutes now, is that of course manager can't replace the striker. There we can see it again. El Hacen, the man fouled by Loyo Dice, as that previous cross coming in kept well under control by Cantero. Now Rodríguez has gone off there. He can return to the field if he thinks he can continue on, but at the moment Lugo down to 9 men on the pitch here, as Pepe Mel is preparing a double substitution now for Las Palmas. Heavy challenge there though on Carrillo. Carrillo still down here for Lugo after that heavy tackle on him. He's back on his feet though, the striker, as the set piece play is going to be taken here by Juanpe. All of the possible resources thrown forward here by Lugo. Have to be careful on the counter-attack. Final minute of regular time here at the Ancho Carro. The ball comes in, punched away by Alex Dominguez. And that is going to be a throw-in down by that far side. Marcelo was the centre-back going for the header. Because now the double change is going to be made for Las Palmas. As Edu Espiau is going to be coming off for Clemente. And the goal scorer, Loidice, is the other man replaced in the middle of the park. And we're going to have 5 minutes of stoppage time. Played there in behind for Carrillo. Loses out. Picked up well here. Taken quickly though by Michael. Lemos, the captain, picking it up on that far side. Laid off here. Once again out wide. Still possession for the home side is now on the ball is Aridai, the other player who came on in that double change recently. Both Aridai and Clemente coming on for Espiau and Loidice. Possession. There we can see it 60-40 in favor of Las Palmas. But again, cannot say this enough. The chances in this game, the clear chances at least, have come for Lugo tonight after two very good saves by Alex Dominguez. Now, Lugo down to 9 men, one through a red card, and the other, Rodriguez, the second half substitute, going off injured with a muscle injury. And now the home side having to try and hold on to their 1 point here at the Ancho Carro. Las Palmas looking to get their first 3 points on the road. They're going to need to find a winning goal in these final 2.5 minutes of stoppage time remaining here. Good ball forward now for Jonathan, who heads it back. Ramirez picks out Michael. In between the lines there, the 1-2, one back well by Juanpe. Who clears it away, trying to play it to Ramos. Ends up playing it straight out. Wide for Jonathan again. Quite involved in the game, the Las Palmas left back. Did have a tough start to the game, conceding the penalty on Gerard early on, but has been involved in a lot of the key play down this left-hand side for Las Palmas. Now the ball in behind, it's not a bad one. The cross is cleared away, but Ramirez couldn't pick out a teammate there at the back post. Everyone back now for Lugo, of course. Las Palmas throwing everything forward. Clemente lays it off for Jonathan again. Back to the midfielder. Fabio. Now Ramirez with another cross, this time to the back post. possible push to the ground there, but possession is still for Las Palmas. Michael went to ground, so some nice footwork there in the penalty area. And it is going to be another corner for Las Palmas. Final 30 seconds of stoppage time. Lemos is going to take. The 8th corner of the evening for the visiting side. As I believe as well, the referee, Mr. González Esteban, is waiting for that corner to be taken to check whether there was a possible penalty here on Michael. Goes down on the edge of the 6-yard box. But in the end, play will continue. Lemos plays the corner short. Aridai in the penalty area. Attempts to play in the cross, asking for a handball. Michael now loses out. It's a good turn there from Lemos again. Another cross comes in now from the fullback. It's over everyone, and the centre half, Curbelo, cannot keep it in play. As I believe the referee, Mr. González Esteban, is waiting for that throw-in to be played, but another Lugo player is down for another muscle injury, and that will be the end of the game. Lugo managed to hold on to their point here against Las Palmas, having to play the final 10 minutes with 9 men after Barreiro was sent off for a reckless challenge on Kirian, and second half substitute Rodriguez would have to go off injured. It would be Lugo, the home side, who took the lead on 10 minutes through Barreiro from the penalty spot after Jonathan brought down Gerard in the penalty area. Loyodice found the equaliser on 20 minutes with a very well-taken free kick, beating Cantero, who couldn't keep that one out. It ends here, the points being shared at the Ancho Carro Stadium. Lugo 1, Las Palmas 1.
Gracias por asistir a la rueda de prensa de nuestro entrenador. En primer lugar tiene la palabra Jorge Betancourt, de Radio.
¿Qué tal? Muy buenas, mister. UD Radio en directo. ¿Qué valoración se hace del partido? Y le pregunto en segunda instancia por Kylian, por el pisotón que he visto en televisión. Bueno, pareció fuerte. ¿Cómo está?
Bueno, el partido ha sido un partido muy físico. Ellos nos han propuesto un partido de juego aéreo, de segundo balón. Bueno, un juego que es incómodo para nosotros y creo que, bueno, pues salvo en la jugada del penalti hemos estado correctos en eso, ¿no? No hemos sido capaces de darle pausa en momentos que el partido necesitaba pausa. Creo que eso ha sido importante. No hemos sabido circular la pelota con esa pausa para que ellos se descolocaran. Pero bueno, contento con el punto porque en partidos así, en los que parece que te cuesta, puntuar siempre es bueno, ¿no? Kylian es pronto para hablar de eso, no sabemos. Hasta mañana seguramente no sabremos. La verdad es que él dice que tiene dolor y que no puede apoyar el pie. Entonces, bueno, vamos a ver mañana.
Directo para Radio Marca. ¿Crees que a la Unión Deportiva Las Palmas le faltó saber gestionar mejor esos últimos 10 minutitos con uno más?
Bueno, ha sido muy poco tiempo. No nos ha dado, hemos hecho deprisa y corriendo los cambios que creíamos que teníamos que hacer. Poner dos bandas para abrir el campo, Benito por un lado, Aridai por otro y Óscar en medio para generar circulación y último pase. Pero ellos han encerrado bien y ha sido muy poco tiempo, muy poco minuto. La verdad es que obviamente si eso se hubiera mantenido en el tiempo, creo que nosotros hubiéramos encontrado la fórmula, ¿no? Pero muy poco tiempo y haciendo los cambios muy rápidos para intentar coger ese hueco, pero ellos han defendido muy bien, se han juntado muy bien, han parado el partido y no nos ha dado tiempo. Pero vamos, yo creo que el resumen del partido es lo que he explicado antes. Nosotros 11 para 11 tendríamos que haberle dado un poquito de pausa al partido, que es lo que nos interesa a nosotros y no nos fue posible.
Pablo Fuentes.
Hola Pepe, muy buenas. ¿Crees que quizás con el dominio más o menos aparente para mi gusto, no sé si estás de acuerdo, en la segunda parte, ante un Lugo que prácticamente no llega arriba, faltó un poquito más de ambición para ir hacia arriba, de que ellos mismos se creyeran que podían ganar?
No, hombre, no estoy de acuerdo contigo, sin que sirva de precedente. No, nosotros hemos salido a ganar, queríamos ganar. Creo que eso, por lo menos a lo que nosotros respecta, quedaba claro. Ya te digo, los partidos no solamente depende de ti, depende de muchas cosas y bueno, para mí, no quiero ser pesado, pero esa pausa que tenemos que dar para que el rival no juegue al ritmo acelerado que a nosotros no nos interesaba, eso nos ha faltado. Y, por lo tanto, ese último pase que hemos tenido en varias ocasiones, Kylian ha tenido 2 o 3 opciones de hacer último pase y no ha salido bien. Eso también, ¿no? Pero nosotros nos vamos con un punto porque al final es lo que hemos conseguido, pero creo que queríamos los 3 y eso quedaba claro, ¿no? Pasa que los partidos luego son como son.
Jorge Betancourt.
Pepe, después del cambio de actitud en el descanso en el partido frente al Sporting, lo he visto hoy ante un rival muy difícil, un campo evidentemente bastante complicado. En ese sentido, lo que demostró el equipo y la intención, ¿te deja contento?
Bueno, sobre todo porque se nos ha puesto, el partido se nos puso de nalgas, porque un penalti por un error propio, te pones 1-0, el rival, por lo tanto, está en el escenario que quiere, repliega, te juega pelotazos al grandote, a Manu, y segunda jugada y vuelta para atrás. Bueno, por lo tanto, el equipo supo reaccionar, empató en otro balón parado Y bueno, pues ha estado en el partido. Yo creo que no se le puede decir nada a los chicos. Han estado intensos, han tenido que correr mucho, han tenido que meterse en el juego que el Lugo te propone, y si no lo haces te lleva por delante. Y bueno, pues lo único que les voy a decir es eso, que en partidos así bajar el balón y dar 2-3 toques de más para no ser... no plegarte al juego de ellos a veces es importante, ¿no? Pero por lo demás creo que no se les puede decir nada a los chicos.
Muy bien, pues no hay más preguntas por lo que veo. Muchas gracias.
Gracias, hasta luego. Hasta luego, señores.